There are two types of people in this world. Those who jump out of bed, start their day with a smile on their face, and those who press the snooze button 4 times before rolling out of bed and crawling to their coffee machine. Which one sounds more like you? If you're watching this video, you probably fall into the second camp. The good news is there is hope. You can make mornings less painful. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 strategies to help you become a morning person. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kate. I'm a health coach and I post videos on a high-fat, nutrient-dense way of eating. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, feel free to share, and make sure to subscribe. And also make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, where I share new posts every single day. Tip number 1 is to have a consistent bedtime. This might seem obvious to some, but it is so important. Your circadian rhythm is a 24-hour cycle that includes physiological and behavioral rhythms like sleeping. When you go to bed at different times every night, this rhythm is thrown completely out of whack. And it really is no surprise that not getting enough sleep can make it harder to get up in the morning. When we go to bed at the same time every night, our circadian rhythm becomes more established, and as a result, we end up naturally waking up at the same time. Tip number 2 is to not use blackout curtains. As I said before, a poor night's sleep can make it harder to get up in the morning because you're not fully rested. You want your room to be dark because the absence of light sends a critical signal to your body that it's time to rest, whereas on the other hand, the presence of light does the opposite. A good set of blinds or curtains, yes, it's going to make your room dark during the night, but it's also going to be dark in the morning when you're trying to wake up. In the morning, we want that sunlight. We want to see it because that's going to help us wake up. The light receptors in our eyes gauge the brightness of light around us and tell us it's either time to wake up or it's time for bed. I think a better option than curtains or blinds is a sleep mask and allowing yourself to see that natural light in the morning. When you put the sleep mask on in the evening, it's nice and dark, you fall asleep, you hopefully stay asleep, but at some point during the night, I know for myself at least, it usually falls off, and then when the sunlight starts to come in the morning, that helps me wake up. I just got this one a few weeks ago from Blue Box, and it is life-changing. It doesn't let in any light because of its shape. Honestly, I have tried a bunch of different sleep masks and none have worked as well as this one does. Tip number 3 is to not set an alarm. This goes along with my last point. If you're sleeping in an appropriately lit room, there shouldn't really be a need for an alarm clock. When the sun starts to shine in, you'll begin to wake up naturally. The other part to this is that it allows your body to wake up during the proper sleep cycle. There are 2 main types of sleep, REM sleep and deep sleep. When we wake up during deep sleep, this is when we tend to wake up feeling really groggy. Ideally, we want to be waking up during REM. Now, not waking up with an alarm clock can take a bit of adjusting to if you currently rely on one. But keeping your bedtime consistent, as I previously mentioned, will help you get to a place where you don't need it anymore. And you can always set it as a backup 10 or 15 minutes after your ideal wake-up time, just in case you don't wake up naturally. Tip number 4 is to limit caffeine consumption. I did a video a couple of weeks ago on the pros and cons of coffee, and in that video I mentioned that coffee is easy to become dependent on. The reason this is because caffeine blocks adenosine receptors. These are the receptors that signal your body it's time to go to bed, and this is one of the reasons caffeine wakes you up. The downside to this is that over time, as you continue to consume caffeine, your body starts to produce more adenosine in an attempt to compensate. You really do end up becoming dependent on caffeine in order to wake up. If you are someone who needs caffeine to wake up in the morning, this might be one of the reasons why. On top of that, if you're drinking it too late in the day, That's obviously going to keep you awake at night and impact your sleep. In my previous video, I said that I recommend drinking coffee infrequently and strategically. That's going to look different for everyone. Some people are affected by caffeine more than others are. But if you are having a hard time waking up in the morning, it might be time to cut back. Tip number 4 is limiting blue light before bed. This is the final tip, and this one really is a big game changer. Basically, stopping blue light in the evenings after the sun has set improves your quality of sleep, which ties in with point number 2 regarding how our bodies interpret light signals. In the same way light signals our body that it's time to wake up in the morning, its absence also signals our body that it's time to go to sleep. The problem is that when we are staring into lit devices well after sunset, this is giving our body mixed signals. The solution is to eliminate blue light after sunset, and you can do this by wearing blue light blocking glasses. These are from the same company that I mentioned earlier with the sleep mask. These block 100% of blue and green light, and honestly, it's pretty crazy. You don't realize how much we are exposed to it until you put these glasses on and then take them off. I used to previously wear a pair of blue light blocking glasses that had clear lenses, and yeah, these did block some blue light, but not all of it. I've noticed since I've started wearing this pair consistently after sunset that my deep sleep has increased. And those are my 5 tips for how to become a morning person. Let me know in the comments down below if you're a morning person. Were you always one, or was it something you had to work at? Let me know down below. Thanks guys for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.